Today we're going to talk about Natasha Fox. Now, the thing is that she hasn't actually been introduced into the story yet. She first appears in Volume 3, which isn't published. I'm currently writing it. I haven't even actually gotten to a part of Volume 3 where I've written her yet. As such, basically anything I say about her could be taken as a spoiler, and I respect if you treat it as such. But I do have things that I know about her, things that I'm planning to do with her, things that I have written down as who her character is and what role she plays in the story. And so I'll be talking mostly just about that in kind of those terms, as though she's someone that I haven't written yet, because she is. Which is only actually kind of true. This is not the first form that Tall Tales has taken. Tall Tales has been a project that I've been working on since like 2005, on and off, and so I've played with it in different forms. The first form that it took was a webcomic called Matteson PI, which never went online. It was something that I was working on with a guy named Alex. He was doing the art, I was doing the writing. I actually still have some of the scripts laying around. They are not good. But they do exist, and because they exist, and because of the time frame that that story was operating in, Fox was a character, and that's something to note real quick, is that most characters call her Natasha because that's her first name, but Matteson calls her Fox, and I habitually kind of alternate, but I think I lean more heavily on Fox personally. What's important is who she is and what she brings to the story, and who she is a young woman about a decade younger than Matteson and Alice and Jackie and all them, who comes to work for Matteson. See, in Volume 3, Matteson, who has already been working for a detective agency, the Laurel Detective Agency, began at the end of Volume 1, maybe the beginning of Volume 2, I don't remember exactly. He's been working as a detective for some time, and he starts taking on his own clients, and when he does, he shortly thereafter needs to hire a secretary, and Natasha Fox is the person that he hires. So she comes and starts working for him as his secretary. Now, one of the big things that happens is that as he does use supernatural influences to solve issues, this kind of becomes unmistakable. This becomes something that people recognize that he's doing, and that kind of becomes what he's known for. And a big part of that is because of Fox. She actually sees an opportunity here and does shift their marketing and kind of makes phone calls and talks with the press and does some things and arranges his marketing around this idea that he has access to resources that the average detective does not have. And obviously this limits his client pool to people who are willing to believe that this type of stuff exists, but it also makes him very, very, very appealing to people who do believe that, which is a significant portion of the American population. Now, she herself doesn't actually believe this stuff. She doesn't believe in the supernatural. She doesn't believe that any of this is real. She doesn't think that ghosts are real. But she's just kind of going to put up with it because this is part of the job. And hey, she makes decent money at it. Because the fact is that the marketing is successful. Matteson becomes fairly well known within a lot of circles and does get a lot of clients. And she is the person who's kind of responsible for this happening. She handles a lot of weight at the agency, doing a lot of various paperwork and organizing and scheduling, and also keeping Matteson in line. She does become much more important as the story goes on. The thing is that Matteson has very powerful enemies. You've seen so far in Volumes 1 and 2 that Hecate and Jeremiah are recurring problems, that they are meddling in his life, that they're causing issues. We've already seen Matteson rely on things like drinking and smoking weed and hiding information and being secretive and stuff like that. All these kind of traits that he's picked up that help him kind of buffer and deal with the world that he exists in. And so as these other people start to meddle more and more in his life, and his life starts to have more and more problems in it, and as these things build up, Matteson becomes more and more difficult to manage. And as that happens, Fox becomes more important, not only because she's managing the company, but she starts actually managing him to a certain degree. And so she becomes kind of this counterforce to the ways that his life is starting to spiral. But you can find everything that leads up to her coming in here at talltalesuf.com. Thank you.